beg, sorry for the delay. You know, this is purely more of technical, and then it's technology. So sometimes we face hitches. I was trying to bring on board, a member from Shata Wale's camp who is he's one of the most Pan-African people I have seen, and he's objective in his narrative. He also belongs to Kim Promise. He's more of a Kim Promise guy and has another affiliation for Shata Wale. We're discussing how Peller has influenced Shata Wale's career, positively, and it has been massive, super. All over now, people are using Shata Wale's On God, for their video and skit. So he was, basically sharing why and how Shata Wale has seen that he's aired in the past. His negative rants has affected his career in the past, and now he wants to bridge the gap. We've all seen it, that when reality dawns on you, is another thing and another status quo. But my brother from Ghana will be joining me in the midnight session, for another convo. We'll do around 11 p.m. Ghana time for you, since tomorrow is Easter Monday. No problem. I'm here with Suleiman. Suleiman, after my live session with Suleiman, I didn't tell him. People have been calling me, who is this man? I told them, okay, he's I don't want to disclose much, but he's a Nigerian, but he's in Europe. They are telling me, he's very objective, he's learned, well researched. And I told them, yes, he has to. He's a man. And as a man, if you want to be level-headed, the only thing that can speak for you is when you open your mouth and you begin to talk, then people can see you. So Suleiman, I just want to use this medium to say happy Easter to you. I know you are not a Christian, but it's a celebration, and thank you very much. I told you, I think I confessed the very first day that I love your analysis, and it's more devoid of bias, and I love people with such. So people, Suleiman, I thought we could do 3, but the app is not allowing. So next week, trust me, I'm going to fix that with another app. We use the Prism app and have about 4 people here. Okay, so press the like button and let's go on. All right. There's no need for an introduction, so let me pose my first question. Mr. Suleiman, I don't know if you've seen videos of Shata Wale enjoying some, mileage in Nigeria now. And it comes back to what we're discussing, that if Ghanaians are not lazy, if Ghanaians put away their laziness and go and put in the work, if Nigeria hear what is good, they will jump to work. And Peller's visit has rather added, that international and leverage of Nigerian, feel to Shata Wale more than himself. And you heard him saying that Shata has come to a realization that the runs he did in the past was not it, and that basically he's looking at bridging the gap between himself and Nigeria. What do you have to say about
it? Well, let's see how it goes. It's a new day. It's a good thing that he's trying to right his wrongs of the past. He's gotten to know his wrongs for wrongs. And I think it was the right move he made. It's an age that has come with low attention span. You understand? So things come and go very, very fast. One thing comes. Now, in a moment, people forget that Peller was in Ghana. You understand? And what follows is the traction he's getting from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And how sustainable will that be? How sustainable will that be? So the tempo has to be up there. And beyond just sustainable, there needs to be.
Please, can you work on your phone? Your sound is on and off. It goes soft and it comes back.
Okay, so this comes from it.
Yeah.
better now. Let me know if it's better now.
Yeah, it's better.
Are you sure it's better?
Yeah, can you talk again?
Are you sure it's better now?
Yeah, it gives a soft, a soft output sometimes.
Okay. Is it better now?
Sorry about it. Can you speak for me?
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better.
Let me just hold the phone. So, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now it's better.
Good.
I think when you get closer.
So, I was saying that let's hope that, he should enjoy the moment. I hate to sound negative. However, the damage that Shata Wale did was more than a minor setback, seriously. And it didn't just go without the I'm looking for the right words to use so that I don't offend people. It didn't go without the careless use of media space by the people who man the media spaces. So they were not very careful with the way they handle things, you understand?
Yeah.
And time after time, people came on air, said a lot of things, unprovoked. Now, I'm speaking as somebody who something was said to, as a Nigerian. Now, I'd like for you to see yourself in my own shoes. You understand? Put yourself in my shoes. If someone from another country will just start throwing jabs at your country, how would you feel?
Very bad, extremely bad.
So, not Nigerians don't consume that much of Ghanaian media. But one thing is sure, one thing is for sure. Whenever you put a title on social media and it mentions Nigeria, Nigerians are interested. They want to know what's being said about them. You understand?
Yeah.
So they rush there like ants that has found honey.
Yeah.
So they see it, they listen. They want to be sure of the kind of impression you have of them. So they hear all those things that people say. And the people you talk about are human beings as well. They live on earth. The so-called superstars, or rather our entertainers, they are human beings. They live on earth. They live on this internet space. Now, they get to see this. They somehow get to see or hear these things. And it forms the basis of the decisions they take. You have seen over time that relationships have been strained without people having to utter any words. They don't utter words, they just stop. You understand?
Yeah.
And if you listened to what Davido said at that interview he had the last time, he said something. He said that Nigerians are the ones leading the charge of music, of entertainment in Africa. Now, this is what he said that is worthy of note. He said, and they are complaining that we don't carry them along. Other countries are complaining that we don't carry them along. What does that tell you?
To me personally, I feel like there's this we feel we have this competitive mindset, and instead of collaborating, we feel like, I call it, for want of words, this owning mentality, whereas they are working for it.
So it tells you that what I'm trying to bring out here is that when that I held on to that statement he made, he said the other countries are complaining that we don't carry them along. It is instructive and it is suggestive of one thing. It means, therefore, that these people hear and see the things that you say. In fact, just hold that phrase alone, just that one. They hear, they see. You can't remove all those things from the online media. They're there. It's just like you sitting down and you're watching on a daily basis people talking about you in not so good light.
Yeah.
You understand? You cannot go back and You cannot go back to 3-4 years back to cancel the F word he used against them to say F all Nigerian artists.
Yeah.
Unprovoked.
The annoying one is it's a live session, so I can use the word in quote. Nigerians, your mother.
So bringing Peller on board does not change anything. I'll be very sincere with you. I'll be very sincere with you. And ever since he said that thing, people have moved on. People have gone, they've achieved serious milestones. Now, his manager, Sammy Flex, will still come, host shows, talk, say a lot of things that will draw, if you look at it, drawing between the lines, you tell that, yeah, this person is throwing shades. The people you are throwing shades at, have they offended you? Can you pick one thing to say, this is what this person said to offend me? You understand? We are adults. Okay, he would always refer to one guy. I think the guy is called Innocent Magaji.
Okay.
Africa Uncensored. I remember the day he interviewed the guy and he was asking the guy some questions. The guy said that the guy told Sammy Flex that, look, the Ghanaian media has taken it upon themselves to always want to castigate Nigerian media. I mean, the Nigerian entertainment industry. They are gaslighting all the time. He said sometimes at some point he decided to start, putting out rebuttals. He said, but he sat down and thought about it, that is it worth it, that he would not want to go back and, sit, go in the future and sit back and look back at the things he had done to say, oh, I responded to Ghana, I said this bad thing about a country. He said he wouldn't want that kind of legacy to be of his. You understand? So that's a mature person thinking that I don't want so thing to be traced to me. So if a man will think like that, then why isn't the other side thinking like that? You understand? I hate to sound the way I'm sounding, but you cannot. But you cannot erase the history. You can't. You can't erase the history. Most especially because it's on social media. Can they go back and start to delete the hundreds of videos? Can they do that?
That's impossible.
You can't go back and start to delete hundreds of videos you have posted online.
The harm has already been done.
The harm is done. You understand? Did they respond to you? No. But have they taken actions? Yes. But do you know the actions they take? Yes, you know, because you are feeling it. They don't respond to you. They don't say anything. And hardly do you see Nigerians come online to respond. No, they don't respond. The most you see is they just go on what's it called? Your comment section, and they rant there, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question is, what have these people done to you? That's the question.
Yeah.
Another one is Olele and what's it called? The J Foley.
J Foley, Mr. Logic, Bulldog.
Yeah, Bulldog. They just go and they talk and they talk. Man, I'm 43. I cannot, you have to be very watchful of the things you say.
You don't look like 43. You don't look like
I know. People don't believe. Truly, people don't believe.
Yeah.
You have to be very, as an adult, really, you have to be very, very watchful of the things you say. You have to be very careful.
Go ahead.
It's not a function.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, it's not about the clicks and likes. It goes beyond the clicks and likes. It's about making history. Yeah. It's about things. It's about archiving things that people will come back to see. The internet never forgets. You understand?
Yeah.
And you think that when you say all those things, that people are not pained. They are pained. People are pained.
Yeah, they are.
You're not saying it into the thin air. You are saying it into a safe space, which is the internet. The things I'm saying now, people will come back to watch them later. Do you understand?
Mm.
So we have to be very circumspect when we make statements in public. Very, very circumspect.
Very,
You
very
know,
simple.
they are capable of straining relationships.
Yeah. Go
They
ahead,
are
senior.
capable
Go
of
ahead. Yeah.
okay. They are capable of straining relationships. And trust is a very essential commodity to ensure that is the grease that
Mm.
ensures that the wheel of relationship keeps moving.
Mm.
If you betray trust, it's over. You understand? It's over. That's it. You don't insult. You don't come out and say such things, Annex. Okay. From the way I'm speaking, am I Whiskey or Davido or Ashake or anybody? I'm not them now. It doesn't affect me in any way. But I'm trying to see through their prism. You get? I'm trying to, you know, mirror their perception of the things that have been said and done. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get into their minds. I'm trying to get into their minds.
Yeah.
So they are human beings. They may be entertainers, superstars. They do things to make you happy. However,
Mm.
they have emotions too.
Mm.
They are people with emotions. They are human beings. They walk on the streets. Blood runs through them. You know.
Mm. Yeah.
So bottom line is that I think Shata Wale is about 41, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So it means therefore that he has grown through stages, and we have to you know push some emotions behind and move forward.
Mm.
It's good what he's doing now. Hopefully, he renews the relationship. Hopefully, because the bad blood um does not do anybody any good. But I'm not in the minds of people. But one thing is for sure that people don't forgive that easily when you step out the line too far. That's it.
Mm. Yeah. This thing, I spoke to a Nigerian today. He actually, and we talking, and you could see the concern. If you talk to every Nigerian, they see Ghana as a brother. They don't see Ghana as a competition. They don't even revere Ghana as someone they want to compete with. Sometimes I ask myself that this thing that is reflecting on the Shata Wale brand is a careful depiction of our industry. We are competing ourselves here, and it's reflecting on our international relationship with others. Now, this very question, Shata Wale has come to a self-realization. Black Sherif, I know, has come to a self-realization, but it's only acting childish. I know that the likes of Kim Promise have been those Ghanaians, or these few Ghanaians who have really admired and given Nigeria the respect in line with what Nigeria has done for them. Why would a grown man like Shata Wale go all about this and then now currently come to a realization that I need to go international and I need Nigerians? Is it intentional? Is it something he's doing intentionally, or remorse?
Well, just like I said last time we had this talk, it's
Mm,
it's showbiz,
mm,
show business,
mm.
and the show part is what brings the business. He's done what he
Yeah.
needed to do, and he's reaping the results now. At least people are shazamming his song back home in Nigeria. Yeah, that counts for something. Mm, the thing is, for at 41, uh, how many? how many 37-year-old artists do we have in Nigeria? I don't think there is one.
No.
You understand? If you check Wizkid's activities now, you would observe he's winding down. He doesn't care about anything. In fact, look at that interview. What's it called? That interview, breakfast show that Davido attended. You heard what the guy said.
Yeah.
That they've been trying to get Wizkid for interview. He doesn't honor interviews anymore.
Yeah.
You know where you see Wizkid these days?
No, not at all.
He's going to see one traditional ruler. He's going to pay homage. That's what he does. Yeah, that's what he does, basically.
That's what I call maturity in music. The process.
You don't see him at all. Once in a while, you see him, you just see he goes to visit one traditional ruler or one elder like that. You see him prostrating. Those are the things he does now. You know, he released an album, no promotion, nothing, and he just went like that. You know, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. He doesn't care anymore. No interviews. He doesn't make public appearances. He's just, he's on a roll. You get? He's on a roll. So, give the next 5 years, 4 or 5 years, these people you hear about in Nigeria, the top 3 you hear about, they'll be out of the way. They'll be out of the way, no matter how great they are now.
Wow.
Because they have to make way for the younger guys coming up. You're freezing. You're back.
That. Is it?
Okay, you're back now.
Is it safe to say that I told someone, we are lazy with our thinking, you see, and I was telling the person today that saying it as it is has affected a lot of my channels. You know, my people see me to, oh, you are talking for Nigeria. So I said, no, visit the channel. I know they visit a lot. Visit it. Look at what we discuss and tell me if you want me to say that. Let's say you were Ghanaian. Do you want me to say that Shata Wale is bigger than Burna Boy? Is that what you want me to say because I'm a Ghanaian and feel good about it? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to face reality and say it as it is. So if saying it that way makes you think that I'm not speaking for Ghanaians, then that is not it. The mindset is lazy. Are we? I think we are lazy.
No.
You know, that's how I feel. I think we are lazy.
I don't want to agree to that statement. No. The thing is, you are not lazy. It's just that I think Nigeria has become the yardstick for measuring, the success of Ghanaian musicians, which would not be. We are different. You understand? We are different. We are very different. We are loud. We are arrogant. We are in your face. You people are conservatives. You're very conservative people. It's just like UK and America. That's the difference. That's how we are. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We are like the Black Americans. You are like the British people. Even in the way you speak, you are very, very respectful. Very courteous. You understand? It's not laziness.
Okay.
It's about the way you are, But we are not like that.
Okay.
Our mindsets are different. Now let me tell you something. This man you are seeing here, so is a Muslim who prays 5 times a day. Who does not drink, does not club, does not smoke, does not only his wife and his children, no other thing. But he's gangster. I don't know if you understand. He's very
Yeah.
gangster. He's very street smart.
Mm.
Why? Because that's the way we
Mm.
were raised. I don't know if you get it.
Mm.
That's the, you cannot live in the society we grew up in and not be, you know, and not be jacked up. Why? Because
Mm.
it's a population of 200 million people with limited resources. Every man, so you have to be extra.
Yeah.
You have to be extra. It's a dog eat dog world where we come from.
Mm.
You're you, you're a small community. You know, there's less corruption in your country now. If they truly want to list the top richest billionaires in the world,
Mm.
Nigeria can be no, Nigeria. Listen. There will be only three people: Nigeria, Russia, and America.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If they want to list the real top billionaires in the world to be just Nigeria,
Mm.
Russia, and America. You know why? People
Mm.
have people have raped the system. They hold enormous wealth in their hands.
Yeah.
So they've shrunk the system to the extent that the little crumbs that is falling, you have to scramble for it.
Yeah.
So we are a people of struggle that has made us aggressive. You people are not like that.
Mm. Mm.
You understand? And
Yeah.
that forms the basis, making Nigeria a breeding ground for talent, aggressive talents.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
And creativity. So our adversity has made us very strong.
Mm.
Look at the most creative people in America. They are the black people from the Bronx, from New Orleans, all those places. You understand? Because the system was stifled against them, so they had to seek alternative means to come up and be heard. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's not laziness. Rather, just say you people are conservatives,
Mm.
and that's why Ghana is peaceful. Very peaceful. Every time they talk about statistics of peaceful countries in Africa, Ghana comes out tops. Why? Because you guys are chill people.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
we want peace, but we don't want the kind of peace you have.
I like that statement.
No, we don't want your peace because our peace must come with a touch of madness.
Yeah.
You get? Yeah, it must
Yeah.
come with a touch of madness. We are crazy people like that.
Mm.
You get? So you are not lazy. It's it's
Mm.
just it's just the way you it's just your it's just the way your composition. You get?
Okay,
That's how you are
so
composed.
let's look at per the statistics. Let's say 100%. That is how about, have you met some Ghanaians who don't act like Ghanaians? They are different. They are too hot peppered. Have you met these kind of Ghanaians before? They don't act like Ghanaian. They are too something. They are jiggy. They are wiggy. Have you met some before?
I've never
You've never met
every
some before.
Ghanaian. I've worked with Ghanaians.
Mm.
When I was in Nigeria, I was working with some Ghanaians. Company I was
Okay.
working then,
Go
I had
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
we had a couple of Ghanaians there.
Mm.
You're talking you're talking to them and they want to call your attention. They say yes, please. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, you know,
Yeah.
very
Yes,
polite
sir.
people.
Yes, sir.
Mm,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
very very yeah, very polite people. You know, I'm sorry, we're not like that. You know, so that's the thing.
Then I think I have to move. Oh.
Hmm?
I always have to move because I start talking here and they say calm down, calm down. I start giving them. They say no, 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 calm down. And then I meet industry players and I'm all over and they're like I have to move.
Your people have a very wonderful nature. You understand?
Yeah.
Your culture is we are different. We have different cultural disposition. We have our own uniqueness. You know, one thing is there is no African country like that whose people are like Nigerians. No, no. In fact, when I speak with East Africans, Kenyans, they're like you people too. They behave, you guys behave like Europeans. You know, you behave like European. We don't care. We don't care. It's that's not to say
Typical American breed.
that's not to say it's a good thing. You understand? I'm not saying it's a good thing, but we have come to accept ourselves the way we are. You get? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. Perfect.
I'm not. I'm not saying in essence that it's a good thing, but this is who we look at that Ashawo girl that was saying Ghanaian make una go the pound fufu. We men are living who cup work for us. That's who we are. You understand? That's who we are. No pretense. Take do shit. I mean, you get.
Yeah.
So you have to acknowledge that there's that dichotomy. There's that difference between the two sides.
Okay.
Yeah, and understanding the dynamics, excuse me, will now form the basis for mutual respect, understanding, and knowing your place in the scheme of things. You understand? Knowing yourself is the first step towards actualizing your dreams. Because knowing yourself means that you know your capacity, you know how far you can go. You understand? It's as simple as that.
There are, let me break this news to you. There are some Ghanaians who are different. They are not much. You meet them. I think maybe as going forward, you meet them. They are different. They don't fit in the Ghanaian industry. They are different. Their thinking is different. And
Shata Wale
with
is one. Shata Wale is one.
Perfect example.
Shata Wale is one. He's different.
He's different.
Shata
Unfortunately, such people have little bits of Ghanaian traits in them. And that is what Shatta has inherited. Shatta has inherited.
Sorry, Shata Wale is different. But permit me to say, please, there's just this immaturity around him. You understand? Yeah. He needs to grow past that thing. Shata Wale is a street boy. Now you get choco for head. You get, but he just needs to. Look, Shata Wale, look portable. You understand? They are almost the same way. That time don't pass for Shata Wale. He's too mature he's too old for that kind of character. You understand? Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Portable can afford to make all the mistakes in his life. Yeah. He go grow, and if you never even grow, so you just listen like junkie. You get it. So that's what it's all about. So knowing yourself is not a curse. You have to understand where you stand in life and know your capabilities. Know how far you can stretch it. You get what I'm saying? So you cannot, as an industry, you can never, so long as this life exists, you can never compete with Nigeria. It's not possible. It is not possible.
I've been telling them.
It is never possible. You don't have. Now, look at your people. Look into Nigeria. When you went to Nigeria, didn't you see people wear their native attires Monday to Monday?
Yeah.
With their cap, everything. That's how we dress. You understand? I'll tell you another thing. The Banj, Tiwa Savage, Banky W, Nato C, Ikechukwu, Don Jazzy, who again? All these people I just named, all of them came from overseas. All of them. Banky W, Neto C, and Ikechukwu, those three people, when they came back to Nigeria, it was pure American accent. They had to pipe it down. They had to change. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
We don't want to sound like anybody. We want to sound like ourselves.
Sound like yourself. Yeah.
You get? We're not changing accent because we are seeing one of the woman. You get it?
Yeah.
So it's our signature. They had to change. They had to conform. You understand? So,
yeah.
The thing is, Ghana, Shata Wale can do better. He has to pipe low. Do away with all those. You can still be mad. You can still be crazy. But just take them easy. No offend people. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
I am learning. You said something, and I'm quite learning. The things have the funny me. You see, some of us, I don't feel I am not able to fit well because Shatta, for example, Shatta left home because of his mom and his dad, his stepmom and his dad were at loggerheads. So he has to go sleep on the street, became a street boy, and a whole lot. Let's say I was also born into a responsible family, but I found the life too soft, ended up visiting friends at the ghetto just to experience ghetto life. We leave home, I'll go and sleep somewhere, I'll be in school, I'll run away from school 1 month. So growing up, I became different. And up to now, I come from 6 siblings. I'm different. I'm different from them because, my dad has that TikTok thing. TikTok, and we trace our lineage from the Malian Empire. Okay, so I always say that I don't fit in well into the Ghanaian system because of, number one, my mindset and how I order myself around. So it comes back to what you said about Shata Wale. You see, as you grow, you mature. And I think that, the problem with his career has to be with he coming in the era where there was no money in the Ghanaian music. He was bandana. And then going off the system, coming back, and then deciding, I'm coming to sit on any artist because I'm a boss. I'm a boss. So I want to sit on any artist. So the thing entered his head. And I think they should thank him for one thing. He made sure that Ghanaian artists are charging the right fees. He was subversive and all, but something entered his head. I think he felt like he was top of the bar. He's going to be one of the toppest Ghanaian dopest. But he forgot that he is part of an industry that doesn't have a foundation. And you need a foundation to hop on. If your industry doesn't have a foundation, you can hop on someone else's foundation to gain leverage. That is the mistake he made in the past. He's come to a self-realization. I have seen another video of him inviting another Nigerian to Ghana. Okay, so this realization I feel is good. My prayer, senior, let us not push any panic plug. Something will happen, or you see him live. All these things where I do, you people, here, then another friction will start. So let's see his maturity at this level, that they have to set a path and set a pace for the upcoming children who are not ungrateful. Automatically, there will be some who are not ungrateful. Kim Promise has not been ungrateful. Hamido has not been ungrateful. There has been people who have not been ungrateful. We need not to bend the bridge for them, because I always say, whether Ghanaians like it or not, we need Nigerians. The competition thing, senior, is part of our system. There are two things. Either you belong to it, or you draw back and struggle for your own. So this is how the competition is. Let me break it down. Beam Nation is Stoneboy and his company.
I know the industry.
Okay, I know. So let's say I'm a YouTuber. There's one YouTuber, I don't want to mention his name. He used to be a promoter. Now he is hitting hard for Shata Wale. Hitting
Street
hard.
is watching. Street is watching.
No, Street is watching is for Beam. It's for Beam.
Okay.
So he is hitting hard at Shatta for Beam Nation. But there is B for Burna. I didn't want to mention his name. The Burna show. He's hitting hard for Shata Wale. And then all of Shata Wale's, people will go and subscribe. Street is watching, is hitting hard on Shatta for Beam. So all the Beam people are supporting them. So I always tell people when I'm doing Panafricanism and they say, oh, you want to leverage on this one to grow? And I tell them, it's very easy to create content here. Number one, you need to be insultive. Number two, you need to be biased. And then number three, you need to belong to a camp. Sorry for the H.
No.
Sorry, very sorry. Okay. So what you do is that if let's say Shata Wale is leading now, so you create a channel, you make sure 90% of your contents are for Shata Wale. Speak for Shata Wale, speak, and then you have thousands of numbers following you. But the problem you create for yourself is that there is a life after what you are doing. Reality will come. A time is coming, you will need to change the narrative and say it as it is. Then people will remember all the videos you've done. The internet never forgets. I am using Pan-Africanism. The beginning, people don't understand. It takes time to be a Pan-African. So with time, I believe that people will understand me and be like, no, this is the truth. And we found it here. So let's go back to it. Okay, so there is a divide in our space here that if I decide to interview a Ghanaian space, they come. The last week I said it. You are talking for Ghanaians. Today we'll make sure we give it to you. So you find out that with the interview, Burna Boy, Shata Wale did this for Burna Boy. And then another narrative, Fela did this for, Fela came to us. So that then it becomes this banter. It creates this banter on the set that no matter how you defend it, then they will use the tiki-taka means to defend.
One moment, I need to keep this.
Okay.
1 moment, please.
Okay. All right, guys. Don't go. We are rounding up soon. We just have some few minutes. Today we want to say it as it is. We want to say it as it is. I always say that I know what I'm doing is Pan-Africanism. I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to say it as it is because we need it for our space. So all I'm trying to say is that Ghana need to get off the emotions and sentiments and then defending our country, even we knowing that it's not it. Hiding behind what we call competition. You see? Hiding behind. You see, I know some of you watch Ghanaian blogs, the Ghanaian vlogs. You see what is going on? This one is speaking for this artist. This one is speaking for this artist. The objectivity is low. And then before you realize the person has thousands of followers and he's happy. But we won't do that. It will take time. This thing I'm doing, I always say it will take time. It will take time. But guys, let's call a spade a spade. Every African country is now gradually coming to a self-realization that they need Nigeria and they need Nigerians to bridge and push themselves out there. And I thank God that the East Africans have done that. You know, Diamond Platinum. Recently, the wedding that went on. East Africans have had this leverage. Those guys, I think by the grace of God, in the next 5 years, other Africans will start envying East Africans too. Because they have cracked the code. After this video, I'm going to post a video of one South African man saying, why are people saying Nigeria is the giant of Africa? Nigeria is not even beautiful. Come to South Africa. You will see beauty. You will see beautiful. And my question is, South Africans, they don't, when we say beauty, it quantifies a whole lot. Beauty is not only the attraction. Beauty comes with character. Beauty comes with maturity. Beauty comes with emotional intelligence and a whole lot. So, South Africans look beautiful with our eyes, but people prefer investing in Nigeria. Why? People prefer the Nigerian industry. Why? So I'm just adding up to my senior bro's narrative that it is what it is. You know, I visited Lagos. Sometimes I will stand somewhere like this and be watching people. I will be sitting in Okada or what we call Trotsky, public transport, and I'll be watching. I'll be watching the movement. Okay, pay me, everything about Nigeria is different. These people are, I don't want to say, I don't, if words will allow me, they are hot like malaria fever. When they infect you, automatically you fall down. And then let me come back to the last one. There's been this small narrative in my country saying, Afrobeat is going down, dancehall is coming up. And I told my people, I intentionally wrote a comment. I said, listen, if Afrobeat surpasses its time, trust Nigerians to bring something new which will shazam the whole place. So if the mindset is that we are waiting for Afrobeat to go down, then other genres will come up and then we dominate. The nomination, they don't understand. Okay, so Celia, what do you have to say? Let me leave it to you.
I've seen a lot of Ghanaian social media pundits, let me put it like that. And they come to pontificate about Nigerian music industry. I've forgotten this guy's name, but he's in the UK. He keeps dreadlocks.
Kindly get closer to your mic for us.
Yeah, he lives in the UK. He has dreadlocks like this, and I think he likes to wear this dashiki. You know him?
Yeah.
Those are the kind of videos he makes. Afrobeats is going down, and that the rain is dropping, and other Africans should be on the lookout to take over. Blah 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 blah. What they don't seem to understand is that Afrobeat is not new anymore. African music is not new anymore. That's plateaued. You understand? It has reached its height. It's just like American music now. It has become conventional. It has become traditional. So there's, when it just started, there's this new guy, Wizkid. Oh, let's go listen to him. There's this new guy, Davido. Look, those guys are established. They are cemented now. So there's nothing new about them anymore. They release music, it still goes. In fact, they have more streams now than ever. You get? They are doing more shows. Okay, look at the DW reports on earnings for Afrobeats.
Mm.
$38 million. It was more than times 2 of what it was last year. What does that tell you? Is it increasing or reducing?
Yeah, it's increasing.
The reason that it's increasing, but the madness has gone down. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
That there's this new rave in town. No, it's not like that anymore. It's known now. It's established. So not that it has not declined. It's just that it has plateaued. So it's stable now. That's what's happening. Yeah. So your prayer is that Afrobeat should fall. If it falls, what do you have to replace it? Or is it just for the love for it to fall so that nobody is shining anymore? Is that what you want? So how does that in itself favor you? You get? Because it's not you they're talking about. So it should fail, it should fall. And the hard work that people have put in should just go to waste. Is that what you want? Because you're not the one who's been talked about?
Yeah.
So, so it's funny the way people think.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very funny. Now, the thing is, if you look at the Afrobeat musicians, one thing is unique. Everybody has a sound. Who does Omale sound like? Nobody. Omale, who does it sound like? Nobody. In fact, people created a genre for him. They call it what? Afro depression. That's to tell you that his sound is unique and nobody can sound like him. Nobody can be like him. Wizkid has his own sound. You see this song that Rema just released. What's its name? Baby It's a Crime. Here what people are saying now, they're saying he sounded like Wizkid.
He sounded like Whiskey?
So yeah, Rema, that Baby It's a Crime, his new song. People are saying that he sounded like Wizkid on that. That's a Wizkid vibe. That's to tell you that they all have their own signature sound. Yes, it's all Afrobeats, but they don't all sound the same. You get what I'm saying? So they don't all sound the same. Now, that's the beauty of it all. It becomes dynamic. It doesn't come off as, how do I put it? It doesn't come off as repetition to your ears. They're all unique in their own ways. Ashake does not sound like anybody. You see? Yes, we call all Afrobeat artists. They are unique in their own ways. Victoria does not sound like anybody. Here, Joy is coming. Fido. Does it sound like anybody?
No.
Here, this guy, what's his name? Serotonin. Does it sound like anybody? They are different.
So you love to listen?
There's a traditional Afrobeat sound. So when Ghanaians do Afrobeat, that's the pattern they all follow. You see this that then the layer beat on top.
Yeah.
But look at all these people. You can go and listen to their songs. You see that they are different. All of them.
Yeah.
So how then would you say such a thing with people with diverse sounds? How then would you say such a thing would die? Except say you would die for your own mind.
Hello. I don't know if it's from my end or it's from Mr. Suleiman's end. I can see myself. Hello, guys. I don't know what is going on. Mr. Suleiman's camera just froze. So, Guys, it's been a great session. I don't know if you will come back and join us, but we are having fun. You know, it's a problem. You know, sometimes for me as a pan, you know, when I face my country people, there's a problem to bring others on board. But hey, like I said, this is what I've taken upon myself to do. Mr. Suleiman has left us. So let me read comments. Let me read your comments. Then we call it a day. We call it quit. Okay. Wisdom is chasing Ghanaians, but their shadow is too fast. Prince Bodum. And then John Jasmine is saying good analysis. Thank you. Prince Bodum, especially Mr. Logic and Olele and the rest. Okay. God is love is saying happy Easter to you too. The internet never forget Abzig 94. John Jasmine, much love for SM funds in Nigeria. Okay. And then let me try and read a lot more. I'm trying to read a lot more. He's at the twilight of his music career. He's pursuing Peller to revive his music career. Okay. For now, Shatta is making wave in Nigeria. Okay. All right. Shazam is different from what is being played in the street, radio and clubs. Okay. At Shatter's age, he should have been a mentor to guide the young to do better in Ghana. Meanwhile, he's still beefing and banting with young like an upcoming. Okay. Abzigi, I think it's not laziness, but Ghanaians are misguided. Okay. Okay. Stanley Kelechi saying hi. Okay, Stanley. Daniel is saying Wakanda forever. Timothy Chinedu is saying, hey TJ, you're fan from Nigeria. Okay. Olewale Smith is saying hello there. And then Major Bison or Major Bison. No one should be surprised if Shatta paid for the publicity. It's all business. Okay. Suleiman Abdul is saying, I'm coming back. Okay, my brother. Thank you. Well noted. Stanley Kelechi is saying, my name Kelechi. My name is Kelechi from Nigeria. Okay. Kelechi from Nigeria. Welcome. Okay, Suleiman just requested, my name is Kelechi from Nigeria. I love your show. Okay, Kelechi, thank you. We have 4 minutes, 3 minutes to hit the hour mark. Suleiman is back. We are going to round up. I was just playing Shata Wale's On God. Let's watch the video again. This is Shata Wale's On God. Okay, guys. I feel like this is the only song of Shata Wale he sound original. No patois, you know, his own voice, his own style, no patois, no, you know, it's a problem. You know, when you talk about originality, nobody cares. Searching for originality, nobody cares because every industry player is chopping coins. Sammy Flex is enjoying money from Shatta. Bulldog has enjoyed. Shatta was giving them $20,000. And as a manager in Ghana, you are earning 10,000, 20,000. If you're able to manage Shata Wale for 2 years, you can buy a house. You know, Ghanaians, we are content. When we get a house, we get a car. Hallelujah. You see?
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory. So that is why I'm saying that. You see, when I was coming to Nigeria, every day I am seated like this. So people thought, okay, the usual guy. I came and then people saw me and said, hey, okay, you be tall like that.
No, I was surprised you were that tall.
Yes. Would you be surprised that if you see me, maybe for, you know, first day impression sake, I'll look calm, you know, although I'm a good person, but my life in Ghana is like a typical Nigerian. When I talk, they will tell me to calm down. Even in my house, sometimes they can't stand my, but it is what it is. There are different people everywhere, so it is the plug. Mr. Suleiman, we want to round up. Um, Ghana music, I always say, will come to a forceful impression that they need to tone down one day. I just pray it won't be late. Will the train still be waiting for them, or it's gone?
The thing is, I'd say that we should rather see a glass as half full as against being half empty. Ghana music is not doing badly at all. When I say at all, I mean it to the letter. Ghana music is doing very, very, I mean, when I say very, I mean very, very, very well. But the reason they are not seeing it and they will never see it is because they have used Nigeria as the standard. You understand? They have placed Nigeria as the standard. Look, how can it's an unrealistic standard you are setting for yourself. If you take your three top artists, add all their streams together, it's not up to that of Omale. So now check. Why are you putting yourself under such kind of pressure? Have I said it right? Do you agree?
Yeah, that's all.
You understand? You
Yeah, that's
cannot.
all.
If you put all their streams together, it doesn't match that of Omale. So why not just take it as it is? This is your position in life. Accept it. Only you will sit down on your media spaces and you start arguing. It's because of their population. It's because they have money. It's because they are united. And you know the funny thing, it is you amongst yourselves that are analyzing those things. You understand? So you are making more like making excuses for your own self. Okay, the reason we are not doing well, or rather, we are not doing as good as they are doing, is because they have this, they have this, they have that.
You want to be like someone.
Why not just look? Okay, since you've been comparing, since you've been doing that comparison,
Yeah.
where has it landed you?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Where has it landed you?
Hmm.
I think last week there was a release about the top 20. You have just one Ghanaian, and it was number 14. Who's that? Fuse ODG. 1 point something billion. I think 1.2 billion.
Wow.
You understand? That's the only person in the league of 1 billion. You have
Yeah.
two, I think one Moroccan, one Egyptian, I think. The rest, 1 to 20 Nigerians. How do you compare with such people?
Impossible.
How do you compare your success with that to theirs? It's not possible. You're not even in the league of South Africa. Do you understand? You're not even
Yeah.
in the league of South Africa. You're not in the same league as South Africa.
Yeah.
And yet South Africa
That's
does not
true.
compare themselves with us. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So accept where you are, collaborate, and see where that will take you to. Stop spilling bile on social media. Today, Ashake fills a stadium or fills O2 Arena. Hey, small Ashake that came out 2 years ago, your big artist cannot do it. Why? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You know what? See, your artists are trying. That thing can cause them mental breakdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it can cause them mental breakdown. say, in spite of all your hustle, your struggle to make, put out products for people to enjoy, somebody in another country, two borders away, does something significant, and you now use that one to disparage the works and efforts
Yeah.
of people who are working hard. Do you know what
Hmm.
that thing is? Eh?
Hmm. Yeah.
You know how discouraging that can be?
It can. It's like comparing your success to others.
You
Personally,
understand?
let's say I'm running my channel. Let's say I have
Mm.
9K subscribers now, and I'm fixated on somebody who has 20K. I want to be like him.
Um, this this Stade de France, Burna Boy's outing at the Stade de France
Hmm.
that he just did day before yesterday, 100,000 capacity.
Yeah.
I went on TikTok. I saw a Ghanaian that our people are not ready at all. They are not ready. They
Hmm.
cannot. They can. None of them has filled 5,000 capacity. None of them has filled 5,000 capacity. Yet some people are filling 100,000 capacity. Why?
Hmm.
Why?
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 Too bad.
Hmm? Okay.
Wanting to achieve Nigeria's success so bad. Why?
There are 54 countries in Africa. 54.
Hmm. Hmm.
There is no other country, even South Africa, which is this distant second, does not,
Hmm.
you don't see them come out to do that.
Hmm. Hmm.
South African industry is distant second to Nigeria. Like
Hmm.
Nigeria is here. Hmm? South Africa
Hmm.
is here.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Hmm.
See where South Africa is. See where Ghana is.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm. Hmm.
South Africa does not compare themselves to Nigeria. I don't know
Hmm.
if you understand.
And before all these books, it was Nigeria and then Ghana.
No, no, it
Nigeria
was
out.
never. It was never Ghana. It has
Okay.
always been South Africa.
Okay.
It has always been South Africa.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Should I start naming names?
Was it because we were loud that we saw ourselves as number two?
No, no, no. The thing is, go and check. Go back to
Okay.
90s. Go back to 90s,
Mm.
2000s. Till now, South Africans have always, you know, perennially had one of the among the biggest hits in the not just in Africa, in the world.
Mm.
Jerusalem is one.
Yeah.
Shwalabam is one.
Mm.
The days of Brenda Fassie. Kulu
Mm.
kulumba yo 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 kulumba yo. Yes, sir. Yeah. Then go back to Maria Makeba.
Mm.
Hmm?
Mm.
I'm talking about 90s. Go back to then Wemasa, Melu. These are world class songs, oh, not just Africa. Oh. Then Paul Simon. Paul Simon was a
Mm.
global superstar in his time.
Mm.
In fact, I don't think any African has like, oh no, okay, then Burna Boy don't beat that this thing. But Paul
Mm.
Simon, South Africa has always been there.
Mm.
Always. They have never fallen. In fact, I think in the 90s, South Africa was bigger than Nigeria musically.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, South Africa. Look, in Africa, one country that has a very rich musical culture is South Africa.
Mm.
Don't joke with them. Strong musical identity. They are quite old, they don't play with it. Then they have this uh, um electronic music. What do you call it? Ah, well, yeah, it's what evolved into amapiano. You understand?
Mm.
South Africa has always been known for their musical identity, their strong music culture,
mm,
musicology. They are very good. You
mm,
understand?
mm,
But in the 90s, and I think in the late 90s, when the mid 90s, when the Two Face and Style Plus came up, that was when we took the lead. And from that time till this very moment, Nigeria never dropped the ball. You understand?
mm.
Nigeria never. But the thing is, South Africa is self-sufficient. They are big. You understand? They they have their music culture on lockdown. Nobody plays with South Africa. Uh, do you know Hugh Makasela?
Yeah.
Okay, those are South Africans. South Africa, not uh, South
Have
Africa.
they not been super hyper? Like, have they not been talking about their successes? Is that
South
the
Africans
problem?
are known. South African music is known worldwide.
Yeah, yeah,
It's known. There's no dispute about South African success in music. No, 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 no. Have you seen South African movies?
yeah. Recently, I've been watching some on
Uh,
Netflix. They have this action movie. I was like, whoa, top
uh,
notch.
in spite of, yes, we may have our bias because of their, xenophobia, but South Africa is doing exceptionally well. The entertainment industry is huge. Don't play with South Africa.
Mm,
Yeah, so South Africa is next, and look at the earnings: 39 billion. Sorry,
mm,
38 billion, 21 billion.
mm, mm,
Ghanaians are saying that Afrobeat is dying. In 2014, Afrobeat recorded 14 billion streams.
mm,
14 billion streams.
mm,
Amapiano did 1.5 billion streams.
mm,
And you're saying Afrobeat is dying?
mm,
Are you going by statistics or you're just talking?
mm,
Because it has plateaued. Yeah, there's no that there isn't that rush anymore. Like you will hear in the UK, new guy, whiskey, new guy, Burna Boy,
mm.
no, it's not like that anymore. So when
Yeah.
they release, it just goes
Mm,
no noise anymore, and so that's it. Ghana should
mm.
learn to understand and accept their place. South Africa has
Personally,
accepted.
I feel like it's Nigeria, South Africa, and currently it's East Africa.
Yeah, Nigeria, South
South
Africa,
Africa, currently East
francophone
Africa.
francophone countries. The Congo has never dropped the ball. They are there,
Mm, mm.
but because we are not French speaking,
Yeah, we
so
don't.
but the Congo is strong.
Very strong. I was telling my people that let's look at how Fali Pupa
Hmm?
was able to fill a bigger auditorium in France.
He built 40,000 stadium in France.
Yeah.
Now, yeah,
Mm,
that one I am.
mm,
I mean, a Porero.
mm.
Hmm? And you think, look, those guys are big, oh.
Mm.
Hmm? No, no, they are big.
Yeah,
No,
big.
look. The last time, I think that party that was held in Ghana, the Richard Nee, whatever,
Yeah,
you know,
Richard Niyama, RNAQ.
and the controversies it generated about Shata Wale, coming out with powder on his face and all
Mm.
that. I think he wanted, from what I gathered, he wanted to earn as much as Davido. You know,
Ay, I'm laughing.
Davido filled last year. Davido filled a 63,000 seating capacity
Mm,
in Atlanta. Nayam
mm, mm,
in Atlanta, he filled 63,000 seating capacity.
mm,
Hmm?
mm.
So, and you want you won't earn like.
Misplaced priority.
You won't earn
Misplaced.
like.
Mm,
No, no, let's make sure get size now. You
mm,
know,
mm.
sure get size. We should take it easy. Look, these people have worked to where they are,
That's
to
true.
attain success that they have, and you are paid based on the value that is placed upon you. don't life is in stages, men are in phases. You know, for this life we must pass ourselves. One person must pass the other. That's what God created. So know your place in life. It's as simple as that. That's the sermon for Ghanaians. For Ghanaian, they are doing exception. I'm saying it. I'm not just saying it. I'm beating my chest. You see a program.
I think the problem is we should cut our coat according to our size. What we are doing, the Ghanaian way, we are doing better.
You are doing
If we
very well.
start to bleed on the Nigerian success, that is where the problem is.
It's been 8 years. Okay, no, okay. It's been 2021 was when Burna filled what's it called? O2, right? And Madison Square. It was 2021 he filled those two places.
Yeah.
This is 5 years down the line. Ghana has been singing O2, 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 O2.
Wanting to feel it. How? Why would okay, Mr. Suleiman, I'm having a live session with you. Tomorrow I see you with Ferrari. And then ever since I saw the Ferrari, my mind, I have to buy Ferrari. I have to buy Ferrari. I have to. Is it not me affecting my life with sorrows and pain?
And we want to feel O2, we want to feel O2, want to feel the capacity that you can. It doesn't mean you're not successful. You understand?
Have you seen Diamond Platinum talking about O2? Have you seen Fali Ipupa? Even Tyler were not there. It's a gradual process. When it's your time, it's your time.
You understand? Since that time, it's been pressure from the social media pundits. Serious pressure. And so person filled O2. When the height of it all was when Ashake now filled O2.
This one who just came has filled O2. Ghanaians, you've been doing music for so many years. You can't fill O2. Waiting.
Understand your place. Understand your place. You understand? Understand your capacity. You know, when you see them do those videos, you go to the comment section. You see Nigerians will they take them, they laugh them, say they talk some kind nasty things. I would just laugh. You have put yourself in that position for people to make fun of you. You understand? But can they stop it? It's not fashionable. Can they stop it? Do you know what you are causing for your creatives? You know what you are causing for your creatives? Look, these people are working their ass out. Nigeria's success is Nigeria's success. We don't have the same culture. We don't have the same reality. You understand? We don't have the same experience. Our experiences are quite different. The way we roll is different from the way you roll. Understand that. Understand that and accept your own position. It's just like UK now competing with America in pop culture.
Wide gap.
You understand? They should stop the competition. It's not working. Since 2021, Burna Boy filled O2. They have come up with oh Lord.
They said the three S's can fail it. Okay, they need to come together. We need to push Shata Wale, Sarkodie, and then Stonebwoy together. These three can fail it. And then, bro.
When Ashake was gonna, he didn't come out to say I can feel O2. He just went and filled it. When Rema was going to fill the O2, he didn't come out to say, I can fill the O2. He went and filled it. That's it.
Mm.
You understand? Since
Yeah.
then, you have been saying this one can fill it. Okay, after filling it, then what next? What have you done? Well, no country in Africa is talking about filling O2. Apart
Except
from
Ghana.
Ghana. No be juju be that.
This is more than juju. This one self, the black magic.
No be juju be that.
Black magic, senior. This one a
Ah,
black magic.
O2 no be your country. Go and check how your music is doing in Togo.
Exactly. Maybe you can even fill a 60,000 Togolese stadium and you have your money. Ghanaian music are doing well in places like Kenya. They don't even go there to activate it, to organize shows.
Last 2 years. Okay, now look, okay. You release an album, the next thing back, you are going on tour, US, UK. The Burna Boy, who's one of the biggest artists in the world now, he was in Antigua. He filled a stadium in Antigua. He was in what's it called?
Guyana.
Gaborone.
Yeah.
Yeah. African countries, oh. He
Yeah.
was in Kenya.
Gaborone is Gabon, right?
No. Gaborone is this. What's the name of this country? They get diamond like this.
Congo.
No.
Cape Verde.
No. It's a South African country. It's a country in South Africa.
Botswana.
Yeah. You understand? So Burna Boy don't feel stadium for Gaborone. He don't feel for Guyana. We're not going to America or UK. He don't feel that Kenya early this year. Where again? That's we're talking about his immediate territory. You understand? He has been as early as January, February this year. He play for Kenya. You understand? Yeah. 2 years ago, he played in South Africa. You understand? So Nigerian artists are still playing in all this. 2 years ago, last year, this guy was in Kenya, Ruga. You know, do Ghanaian artists play in Africa?
They want to fly. They want to. As soon as they give birth to them, then they start talking and growing teeth.
So the thing is, what? Oh no. I'm telling you about Burna Boy. It shows he has played in Africa. You understand? This Gaborone, Kenya, this place, then go to South America.
You understand? It was even in Guyana.
So what does this tell you? These people are not leaving any ground uncovered.
Everywhere.
No ground is small for Nigeria.
I did a research video of African artists and their penetration. Nigerians were all over. Even in the Caribbean, where we're thinking we'll see Ghanaian artists, we saw Timaya, we saw Burna Boy, we saw Davido. Even in the Caribbean.
What's his name? Davido, I think 2018-19, filled the stadium in Suriname. Suriname. You understand? So these people, Nigerian don't see any grounds as small. They cover all grounds. All. If you invite Burna Boy for Ghana tomorrow, he could come. You understand?
Do we have 1.5 million? Burna Boy doesn't joke with his money. Do we have 1.5 million dollars? You go hear live. You go see live. Burna Boy, they car, you pay out 1.5 million. Give me 1 million or I won't perform.
No, he doesn't joke. He doesn't joke. No, don't denigrate Ghana. Ghana
No,
has
no,
been
I'm not denigrating Ghana. No, I'm saying that Burna Boy is coming for 1.5 million. Somebody books Burna Boy for a show here.
but Kenya
Somebody
paid
will
him.
go live and say that
But
if Burna Boy is taking 1.5 million, then he wants 1 million or else he won't perform. That's what I'm saying. So
but
I'm
Kenya
not
paid him.
denigrating.
Kenya paid him now. Kenya paid him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Kenya paid him the money. Beyond the 1.5 million, 60 rooms. 60 rooms in a 5-star hotel.
Mm.
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 Then you have to fly him and his crew.
Yeah.
Guy.
Let's say rounding everything up, you have like 2 million.
More than
More than it can be.
he himself. He himself, 3 presidential suites.
Mm.
3. 3 presidential suites. Because Ingo day one, then you go get bar with exotic.
So if Burna Boy is coming for a show in Ghana and he's taking 3 presidential suite, then I sure say Shata will demand for 2 presidential suite too.
3 presidential suites.
I love
Then
my man anyway. He's the most loved artist for me personally. I love him. I love Shata.
Shata Wale, Shata Wale is a crazy guy.
Mm.
You know, what's not to love?
But when
You get
I blast him, you know go love him. Do you know that I blasted Sammy Flex for saying that Fela came to and then he didn't come directly. I saw some of his boys. I think that was last year under the comment section, giving it back to me.
Well, the thing is, it has become a tradition. You understand? Everybody just goes. In fact, one of those kids, one of those YouTubers invited somebody else there, and the person was still saying that same old stale thing that they taught Nigerians how to do this. They taught, okay, now you
It's
are
an
18.
education thing. I gave the opportunity to a young girl, remember, an
I
upcoming
saw her.
artist. Yeah. And she was saying same.
uh, that you taught Nigeria how to do this. You taught Nigeria music. You taught Nigeria. Out that deportee guy, we were on live. I asked him from as in the 90s, no Ghanaian music before 2004. No Ghanaian music entered Nigeria. Not one. Not one. But Star Plus entered Ghana. Two Face entered Ghana. Remedies entered Ghana.
Mm.
All Bafo drivers entered Ghana.
Abdul Idris Karim was even here.
Anything we hit Nigeria, we hit for Ghana. And yet now
Mm.
our teachers, on our songs no come here.
Mm.
2004 was the first time when Goodies signed, Goodies went into collaboration with Kenny's Music.
Mm.
Then, let me tell you one thing: if any of those what's it called VIP guys will watch this thing someday. When VIP came to Nigeria in 2005, it was my brother, my elder brother, in Sofitel the Morehouse in Ikoyi that drove them in his car.
Okay.
Yes, let the video get to them. It was a 1986 Honda Accord. Now my brother and I drive them.
I'll try and see if we can get Camido's manager on the live session. When I get a new app where we can have 4 people, Camido's manager, George Britton.
Okay. Okay, you have contact. You can reach him.
Yes, the gentleman who was supposed to join today has links with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it was my brother who drove him in his 1986 Honda Accord. Drove a VIP. You understand? That was the inroad. That was the time Ghana made inroad into Nigerian market. And after Awunka Wono, that was it. Not anymore. After then, TikTok, Fefe Nefe, one hit. People come with their one hit, one hit, one hit. So I was asking the guy, I said, at what point in time did any Ghanaian musician reign over a Nigerian musician? Not even Wande Cole. You understand? Not even Dr. Sid. At what point, give me, because we came to learn from you, at what point were you above? Were you ever above?
Sentiment, eh? Sentiment.
Because what you are doing is that you are raising children, you are raising the next generation of unintelligent children, or unintelligent adults, people who will not research, who will just go and talk. Because it's okay to say those things in your society, but when you go outside and say them, you don't know who you are talking to. When you go to America now and say, good, good example. I went to see a Gambian man. Is a bros. He's a senior guy, 60 years old. He's my friend. So we're talking, and he asked me a question. He said, "What are you people done to Ghanaians?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said that he has a friend. They've been here. They've been here together since the 80s. He's been here for long. He said we were talking one day, and the guy somehow they got into, He said the guy told him that Ghana taught Nigeria how to play football.
I've heard that thing too, from our old coaches.
I know one of your old coaches came on live to say, I think on one of your TV stations. He said it openly.
Oh, I've done that video. It's on my channel. His name is Karim Zito.
He said they beat us and we changed our name and we changed our football name. So the guy, he said the man said it to him that they taught us how to play football. He said there was a time he went home to Gambia, and he went to a barber shop to have a haircut. So are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. He said the barbers, at the barber shop, pointed to the opposite shop, to the shop on across the road, and told him not to go to that shop. That shop, the shop is peopled by Nigerians. These were his words to me. That those people you see there, we are not the same people. He said at that time he didn't know the difference between Nigerian and Ghanaian, because him that here he came here at the age of 17. Now he's 60. So he said, those people, they have population in their country, and there's insecurity. They've messed up their country, so everywhere they are looking for places to dump their population. So if you see a Nigerian anywhere has committed crime in his country and is looking for places to hide.
Wow.
That was what the man. Yes. I hate to say this. I hadn't come here. I hadn't come to Europe. I had got a problem already here. And it was from a Ghanaian girl.
Wow.
Yes. I swear before God and man. Then, I had delay with my visa, so classes were going on. So me and we had a session, a talk to complete. Three Nigerians, one Ghanaian. Yeah, me and two other ladies were Nigerians, and the one other lady is a Ghanaian. So because we were always speaking Yoruba, me and those other people. So we're talking that day. We're doing assignment online. We're on Zoom meeting, so we're talking, and the lady felt left out. At some point, she just said, "Otito." She understood a bit of Yoruba. She said, "Otito." So sorry. We laughed and said, "Oh, sorry. Oh, we are used to speaking our language." We got done with the assignment. The next thing was that the next class we had with that same teacher, she mentioned that there was reports that we sidelined somebody because of her nationality, and we bullied her. Bully here is a serious crime.
Wow.
Yes. You know?
That's bad.
Yes. Yes.
That's bad.
This happened. So you can
Mm.
imagine.
Mm.
No, so the sort of things we do. So that's why that's the last time we were talking. I told you that these things are generational. You
Mm.
know, we should be careful the things we tell. We should be careful the things we tell our children. You
Mm.
understand?
Mm.
Now, waiting born. That was what birthed the idea of village people, because somebody has told his child that, I mean, a mother has told her child that is your father's brother's wife is a witch.
So
You
the
understand?
tradition continues
You
from
understand? And that
generation
tradition,
to generation.
yeah. So this thing did not just start now. At some point, they are told this generation that we drove them from Nigeria. You know,
Mm.
we did this, we did that, because there's a lot of animosity. You know,
Mm.
when they say Nigeria the banter, and friendly. No, it's not friendly, because I've seen it personally. I'm not telling you lies.
Mm.
You understand? I've seen it
Mm.
personally. So all those things have to stop. We have to be careful the kind of things we tell people.
That's true.
Well, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
I told you 2020, no, 2022, I think. Yeah, one morning we just woke up. Nigerian embassy in Ghana bulldozed. Bulldozed. They tried to reach out to authorities to find out what went wrong. Nobody could say anything. It wasn't until last year, yeah, that Ghana just apologized to Nigeria.
Mm.
You can Google it, please. Google it as we're talking.
I will. I will. I will do that.
You
I will.
understand?
Mm. This is
So
bad.
no, yeah, yeah. Please Google it.
Mm.
You understand? For no reason, they bulldoze the every 2 years, every 2 years, every other year, you hear they don't drive Nigerian traders for markets.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Why do they do that? Why
Mm.
do they do that? Mhm. And so when you when you see when you see them when you see them come on air to talk, it's a reflection of that animosity, that thing that's in their mind. You understand? Somebody's asking when will all this competition, and we are not in any competition, please, Anissa. There is no competition. There's just some people not understanding their position in the scheme
Yeah.
of things. That's as simple as that.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Huh. It is, and some of these things are affecting the good ones indirectly.
No, because the truth is,
Mm.
no two people are the same. Respect your position, know it,
Mm.
and move with it.
2021, 21 November 2024, Ghana rebels demolished Nigerian embassy property. The federal government has commended the Republic of Ghana for reconstructing and formally handing over a property to the Nigerian government. Yeah. Ghana apologizes to Nigeria over attack on high commissions. This is 21 or 21st June 2020. Hmm. It's that bad, eh? Hello? Hello? Have we lost my bro? I think we have lost Suleiman. I don't know. The network is still up. Guys, sorry about that. We've done 2 hours today. Wow, that's nice. I don't know if you will rejoin, but if that is not it, we'll call it a quick today. Guys, let's continue doing Pan-Africanism. No matter how it's going to affect you, stay factual, be non-biased, and then, do the needful, all right? That is what I'm doing. I always say it's not easy, it's not easy, but it's worth it. We've lost Suleiman, but tomorrow is Easter Monday. We'll try and see if we can have one more, live session with you all. So thank you, guys. It is time to go. I'm famished. It's 9:36 p.m. I'm famished already. I want to drive out and go get something to eat because I can't prepare anything by this time. So thank you for being here. God is love. God is love. You are here to WhatsApp me. I beg, WhatsApp me. WhatsApp me. God is love. Hello. You said hello. All right. Fan zone. What's up, bro? I did, my brother. Where did the competition end? Nowhere. Would you rather watch a tree? Okay. Suleiman Abdul, my phone is hot. I know, senior. Relax. Okay, you've done extremely well, senior. Let's see if we can go live tomorrow. But if we can't, no problem. Okay, no problem. God is love. I'm stepping out. Call me via video call and let's vibe on WhatsApp. You have my. I know you have my WhatsApp number long time ago. Long time ago. But I don't know if you feel shy or you are reluctant to call. So God is love, do the needful, and then let's talk. I'm stepping out. So call me on video call. I want to see you for the first time because you are always